Squash XL Pro is an elite team that work hard to train, play and run squash events on our journey to climb the world rankings. Like, subscribe, comment, pick up some of our merch on Teespring.
And just in the early stages of this first round encounter, it is probably the feature first round match with Elijah Thomas up by 1 point to love. Make that now 1-1 against Chris van der Sar. And Elijah Thomas, who's been training overseas for a little while, now back in New Zealand. Van der Sar, who is always one of the toughest players for anybody to come up against, particularly in the first round. So these two expect a tough encounter. Van der Sar not playing quite so much anymore. Well, certainly not the PSA tournaments as such. And he's currently... Well, he was ranked as high as 150 in the world a few years back, and he was playing a lot more tournaments. And the winner of this match takes on Duncan Lee from Malaysia. A nice play there from Van der Sar, stepping forward, driving it off his backhand there. And Elijah Thomas, he has PSA ranking just over 300. But he's still pretty young, barely 20 if that. And certainly so far a fairly high-paced couple of rallies. Not much room to move on the court. Both fairly tall players. Not up. And Van der Sar, nice little lead. Not able to quite run away with it just yet. But a nice lead. He's going to feel happy with that start. And yeah, just a little bit of heavy traffic there, because as we mentioned that these two players are quite tall, both having to work very hard as well. Not going to get too many free points between either of them. That was well played from Elijah Thomas. And had Van der Sar in two directions there, able to just quickly jab the ball away. And a bit of applause there from his opponent. So Van der Sar very happy to appreciate a good shot from his opponent. Oh. So Elijah Thomas just picking up the pace on that shot. And again, keeping it nice and low. So a good little comeback from Elijah Thomas. Certainly no one's going to give this match away. It's going to be hard fought all the way. And that was a much quicker and better point from a Thomas. And as you can hear the score there, 5 each. Probably what we'd expect from these two as well. Early stages of the match still. And, a couple of errors coming in. Well, we're not used to seeing that from Van der Salm. So it's the pressure put on from Elijah Thomas. And we should just let you know of a couple of other matches completed so far. Oh, nice play. Moved himself up nicely up the court, took the pace off and up to drop it down. Pretty tough for Van der Salm to get to. So Elijah Thomas now taking the lead, or a couple of points in the lead. And just letting you know that Katie Templeton, well, she had a 13-11 victory in the fifth over her opponent. And it was a real hard fought one there. It was Templeton winning over her Malaysian opponent, Darasana Ravanthan. So well done there for Templeton. And another very lengthy match was Rachel McLeod defeating her Malaysian opponent, Wing Hayu Janice Lam. Congratulations to both of those Kiwi players. Their wins over overseas opponents. So initially we had Van der Salm taking a good lead, and then Elijah Thomas just fighting his way back into it. Some really good rallies from both players, pretty high intensity. Haven't seen too many slow rallies, that's for sure. But we did see a couple of errors creep into Van der Salm's game just for a moment. He's managed to rectify those. And if they keep this up for 5 games, they'll be exhausted for their next match tomorrow. Oh, he just got out of it. Oh. Well, that was a lengthy rally, and it was in a good position was Van der Salm to actually take it. Instead, just a little error. He's having to play it too fine. And there we go, the game ball brings it up. Not happy with himself there. With another unforced error from Van der Salm. It's given the opportunity for Elijah Thomas, and oh, there you go. Well, I guess it's okay when that occurs. You can make a mistake, but if you hit a winner off a serve the next ball, it helps out a lot. What's the call? And he tried to get out of it, but it was pretty cramped up there. Any sort of swing from Van der Salm would have probably hit Elijah Thomas. Still has the game ball, albeit a little bit closer now. Pick it up. And let's just listen. Yep, player lead on that one. Van der Sam saying, yeah, we should really play a lead. And Elijah Thomas was after a stroke, I believe. So still an advantage. No, it wasn't red there. They're both taking their time. And you'll see Van der Sam do the same thing. Neither player wants to be rushed, particularly in a point like this. Did he pick it up? Not sure if he did. He's still asking. Around the back. Oh. Well, you got to love it when it comes off, but during that rally, Van der Sam was convinced that it had been a double bounce on Elijah Thomas' shot, which would have made it 10 each anyway. And then he gets the hook around the back shot that comes off. So I bet he feels happy about that. It sort of went his way in the end. We're at 10 each in the first game. Oh, that's a tight one. Real tight against the wall and against the ground. There was no bounce up at all. And a game ball again. He's had around about 3. This is the 4th. Maybe even more. And had a 10-7 lead in earlier stages. And now 11-10. Where's he going to go? Got to remember that Van der Sam has a big reach. Oh, nice play. Well done there for Elijah Thomas. As he takes the first game. And this a very entertaining first round contest between Elijah Thomas and Chris Van der Sam. About to get underway now in the second between Elijah Thomas and Chris Van der Sam. And a very entertaining contest. As we'd expect, it was the feature game of the first round. It was Elijah Thomas who had a number of game points in the first game, let them slip slowly. Van der Sam came back in fact with a around the back shot as well, which really helped. I'm pretty happy about that. And a big crowd in watching this. I can tell you also that on the other court we have Glenn Templeton. He is up against, let's have a look who is playing at the moment. Yes, another one of the Malaysians, and another left-hander as well. Jerome Au from Malaysia. Seems to be there's a lot of left-handed players out of the Malaysian contingent who are here in both the men's and the women's. Certainly one of the more slower points of the entire match. Yeah, well, Elijah Thomas knew he'd set himself up for that. He either had to go forward and hit it on the full, reach for it, or certainly do some amazing sprinting around the court to get it. As Van der Sam serving there, and Thomas wasn't again in two minds whether he goes forward or back. And certainly using the lofted serve by both players here. Let's see whether Van der Sam does again. Yes, he does. Oh, nice. And Elijah Thomas having to scoot around the solid frame of Van der Sam. There's not much room on the court with these two. Oh, good play. And up 5-1 for Van der Sam. But he had a similar lead in the first game, but that got chipped away. And there you go, there's one of those shots that's going to help take it away from him. Also, a couple of unforced errors came into play for Van der Sam. See both players having, when they're that close to each other, having to almost do their swings over the head of the opponent, and just comes in. Van der Sam doing the big fake swing there, looking as though he was going to drive it. Instead, chose to drop the ball instead. And still with a good lead. Geez, pushing that high. And that ball just zipping across the court and basically rolling off the front wall. Or rolling off the side wall initially. So Van der Sam has got this big lead. He's been pretty solid in this second game. Hasn't quite had the unforced errors that he did in the first. And Elijah Thomas gets one back. He's going to need a bit more than that. Oh, gee, what was he doing there? Not sure. Almost in two minds as to how he was going to play it, and in the end, nothing came off. Again, the big crowd continues to come in here at the North Shore Club for the Barfoot and Thompson Auckland Open. And lifting that, so no, he's not happy with either the shot, the wall, the bounce off the wall. Asking for the score and then basically saying almost forget it. He knows he's got the advantage, albeit that it's been chipped away again from Elijah Thomas. Just a little bit of zing gone out of the game here of Van der Sam. Still got the lead. And there we go. He's got to be a little careful as Chris Van der Sam. Oh, gets that one though. Got to be a little bit careful. You don't want to give Elijah Thomas too much of a break back. Oh, that was a nice return. It's got him on the move. So just 2 points the difference. And probably the last time that Van der Sam played a PSA tournament as such would have been the Oliver Sport NZ Classic in Wellington, where he lost to Evan Williams in the final. It was pretty much a everybody but Auckland tournament. Getting pretty crowded, traffic down the middle of the court. Yeah, well played. Took the pace off it and now takes it back to just 1 point the difference. So great fight back there from Elijah Thomas. Van der Sam a little frustrated. He's had a considerable lead and there he goes, just ready to go, Thomas. Yeah, played it off. Back to nines. Giving that one away, and first game ball here for Chris Van der Sam. Make it to 1 each. So back on court now for the third game. It's the first round singles contest between Chris Van der Sam in the grey shirt, and we have Elijah Thomas in the blue shirt. And currently one game each. The first to Elijah Thomas, 12-10. The second to Van der Sam, 11-9. And on each occasion we've had a little bit of a lead from Van der Sam, eaten away. Managed to hold on in the second. Yep, and managed to anticipate, move across the ball, playing right into his racket, right into his swing, and able to put that one away. Not quite, sorry. Right, so we've got it back to 1-1 after not quite getting the shot there for Elijah Thomas on the first point. It's a little bit of a stilted start to this, the third game. Neither player quite finding the rhythm just yet. Let's see what we can do with perhaps a slower, longer rally here. Yeah, nice played into the corner. Gets applause from Van der Sam. Does Elijah Thomas. There was probably a much better construction of the rally. He's going from the backhand wall across to deepen the forehand. Let's see what can happen here. Oh, chipped it and striking it through. So Van der Sam after a let. Let's see where we're at. We're at 4-3. Yeah, and again looking for a let. There's not much space on the court with these two. Both fairly tall. And speaking to one of the Australians last year, he said he really didn't like playing against Van der Sam. He felt there was very little room to move. Oh, miss. Oh, no, that's a big miss. So 5-3 now for Elijah Thomas, and this is the third, one game each. Certainly testing all corners of the court. That's the drop. And that was probably pretty close. Oh, he's up. He's up on his feet. Not up, no, not up is the call. So a big effort there from Elijah Thomas all over the court. And he's looking for a towel. Yeah, he hit the ground and you can see the sweat patches there. And probably standing over it isn't going to do too much because you're going to make it worse. I don't know if we've got a towel around anywhere. They seem to be okay with it. No? Oh, we got one. There we go. And a little bit of court work. And not sure if you heard the comment, but it was something along the lines of Van der Sam saying, I didn't really want to clean up your own sweat. Clean up yourself. Not sure if that's much of an improvement. So 1 point ahead is Elijah Thomas, and what are we up to? The third game, of course. The first one. The first one, 12-10 for Elijah Thomas. The second, it was 11-9 to Chris Van der Sam. And a well-played point from Elijah Thomas right into the forehand corner, very deep, and with nothing coming back on it. And both players just getting a little frustrated, whether it's with themselves and with any calls as well. Again, Elijah Thomas just keeps that 2-point buffer, although nothing's really safe in this match. We've seen it play out that way so far. Thomas has just got to get it right to the back of the court. That's better. Oh. He's scooped that one up. Yeah, a bit of an unorthodox shot, and managed to somehow scoop it up. And albeit not a warm evening outside, it's warm inside now, with a big crowd watching the matches on these two courts, and that one out. So now Elijah Thomas has got to feel very confident. Just a couple points away from taking a 2-game-to-1 lead. Oh, that's a nice return. So, as you heard there, game ball for Elijah Thomas to go up by 2-games-to-1. Oh, and then a big error there. Gives that one away. Elijah Thomas up by 2-games-to-1 over Chris van der Sam. And this, the feature contest of the first round for the men's draw here. It certainly hasn't been easy, albeit that the score in that third game was 11-5. Although you'd never really expect an easy contest against someone like van der Sam. Tough on the court, knows how to play. And always a competition whenever you're up against Chris van der Sam. Doesn't matter which match, which round. Might not play so much anymore, but gee, he's competitive. A nice shot. Controlled that point quite well. Still pretty high intensity play from these two. It's continued on the whole way. Oh, nice play. Just punches that one across the court nice and low, nice and hard. One of the longer rallies of the match so far. It's picked up. Yep. Controlled that point well when he was up near the front wall there. It was van der Sam driving it across the court. Remember, it's 2-games-to-1 to Elijah Thomas. Oh, nothing there. So again, van der Sam takes an early lead. This is what he's done for just about every single every game so far. Actually, he's had a 5-1 lead. And on each occasion, it's been a comeback for Elijah Thomas. Still a bit of heavy traffic down the middle. And Elijah Thomas just a little bit off the boil more in this particular game than he has been in the other three. I don't think anybody would be surprised if it goes 5. And we're seeing a few errors come in from both players. No big surprise. It's been fairly high intensity squash so far. Nice change. What's he after? No, you're not going to get that one, Elijah. It's good play from Chris van der Salm. A good play. Has controlled a number of these points in the fourth quite well. See, Elijah Thomas just wanders off to the back corner, resets himself. And that's a much better play. I'll be happier with that point. And Elijah Thomas still having to do quite a bit of work when he has to run around the big body of van der Salm. Oh, not been able to quite reach on that one. Probably just planted his feet a little bit too much and needs a little bit more footwork on it. And both players taking their time in between now. Oh, a couple of good boasts there from Thomas. Puts him right back into it. Yeah, I think it was just a step too far there, so well done to van der Salm. And yeah, it looks at this stage we are going 5. Why not? It's not the last match of the night, but it's been an entertaining contest and one that we expected to have a lot of good play. Oh, that's not good play. And the ball appears to be in one piece after being jammed in at the bottom of the tin. Good play. Finishes off the game. 11-6 there for Chris van der Salm. We are going 5. So back on court, the players. Chris van der Salm up against Elijah Thomas. Elijah Thomas in the white shorts, van der Salm in the black shorts, grey shirt. It is the first round of the BARFOOT Thompson Auckland Open here at the North Shore Club. Big crowd in watching this first round match as we go into the 5th game. It's the first and the third to Elijah Thomas and the second and fourth to van der Salm. And again, another high-intensity rally. And put away nicely there by Thomas. In each of the previous 4 games, we've seen Van der Sam race out to a 5-1 lead, but then have that lead chipped away with a couple of good shots and then a couple of unforced errors as well. Let's see if that pattern continues. And already a good couple of rallies for these both of these players to start the 5th. And the way that Van der Sam always starts on his forehand side is a lofted serve. Didn't need to quite play it that tight. So there we go, a couple of unforced or easy giveaways from Elijah Thomas there. And still a couple of matches remaining on this, the main courts. We have Mason Smales against Michael Shelton-Agar, and also Lana Harris against Ella Lash. Those matches still to come on this, the main court. And matches starting from midday tomorrow. A full, huge amount of matches actually, probably finishing at around about 9:15 will be the last one on court. So a busy Friday here at the North Shore Club. Oh, just about ran into it. So you can see Elijah Thomas saying, well, he turned. This gets pretty cramped up down the middle of the court with these two. Elijah Thomas is certainly not short, got a good reach. And then you've got Van der Sam, who a lot of players find difficult to play. Ooh. Yeah, just played it back into the center. Oh, that's not the shot he wanted. From the back of the court, he was in pretty good position. Didn't need to play it quite that tight. So far, some good depth from Van der Sam in the rallies. And another one. Good play. That's a good shot. Finishes off a nice rally. Both players happy to move each other around. Quite a bit of good depth in there as well. And then finishes it off. Don't forget, we're in the 5th game. That's what we expected from these two. Gee. Well, Van der Sar will be very happy to get that. A little bit of a relief. Yes, he still had a lead, but it's been so tight between these two. So a couple of errors creeping in. There's the pressure in the fifth, of course. Nice shot, cross court. He's happy with that, Elijah Thomas. The fist pump and everything. Brings it back to 5-7. Oh, that's a good ball. Takes the pace off. It's always a temptation to hit through that one, but he took the pace off and gave nothing back off the front wall. And now, just 1 point the difference between these two in the fifth game. And the winner of this match, well, it doesn't get any easier. They'll take on Duncan Lee from Malaysia. Duncan Lee made the semi-finals of the Pam Muir Open last week. And, oh, went pretty high, but managed to chip in. And played that one so tight. So Van der Sar gets the advantage. Thomas has just got to be patient. Back into the rally now, Thomas. That's a good shot to finish that one. Great shot. And it takes it up to match ball in the fifth, 10-6 from the right. And that is the shot you want to get yourself into. It's positive, it's assertive, and you've got the opportunity to finish it off in 5. Well, nice little comeback. Saves one. Oh, nice. In the same place. Saves two. Well, certainly Van der Sar thinks that he's won it. Crowd thinks he has. Okay, well, just checking there, Elijah Thomas, and a good win to Chris Van der Sar in 5 games. And we expected a tough one, and indeed it was. So Chris Van der Sar goes through to face Duncan Lee tomorrow. The big crowd here very happy with that.